YouTube viewers. It's cracking out there. Joe Santini over here on his lunch break, just ready to talk some shit to y'all. You know you love it. And I love you for loving it. And if you don't, I still love you. So here we go. I've been talking to a lot of different people out here. You know, I talk to just about everybody I run into. I'm a social fool. You know me. So here's how it goes. I ask everybody that I can. You guys ever have trouble sleeping? You know, you try to lay down and go to sleep and your mind just won't turn off? I've never had anybody tell me no. Whether it be a shallow, well, you know, sometimes, or, yeah, man, you know, you're right. Or, you know, I never really thought about that, but yeah, my mind is always running. Well, I want you to ask yourself that same question. Now, I'm 32, and I can tell you about, I'd say maybe this started with me probably about probably about a decade ago, probably about 10 years ago. It just started. I just couldn't stop thinking, couldn't fall asleep right away. I remember when I was in school, it wasn't a problem. Lay down, ready to watch some TV, whatever. I'm too damn tired, my head hit the pillow, I'm done. But in the past decade, it's been getting worse. I can't sleep, my mind won't shut off, and 9 times out of 10, it's negative thoughts. It's dramatic. It's just dramatic things like tax season's rolling around. You know, getting a little hairy. I'm waiting for some W-2s from my prior employers, and it's just like, it'll be here when it's here. You know, I don't gotta sit here and keep thinking about the shit. It's not doing me any good. Lay down to go to sleep. I got that on my mind. You know, and just all kinds of stupid shit that I can't do anything about right now. So what you do? You stop thinking about that stuff. You focus on something else. Get out of your fucking brain and move into your heart. Because that's where you need to live from, guys. That's where it comes from. Alright, my break room's clear. Or the break room is clear. It's not my break room, but the break room is clear. So I'm going to move in here now. So, just excuse me while I set up a brief moment. I can't necessarily pause this thing. Set you guys up right there. Let's see what we're looking at. Perfect. Alright, so telling you what, and this is a good thing too. You start eating better. Like I'm on lunch right now, and I said, I can go get a calzone, I can go get some greasy foods, but that's not going to help me. You know, it's not going to help me. All it's going to do is fill my body with a bunch of foul poopy. So, how do you eliminate it? Well, I'm glad you asked me that. Let me tell you what. I told my buddy about this years ago, probably 6 years ago now, and he was like, you know, what I do when that happens, he says, this dude's wild. He's like, I'll just be laying on my head on my pillow, and I'll just be conscious of that. He's like, you know, just think about the pillow, and he's rubbing his face on his pillow. He's like, pillow, and I'm like, yeah, this dude's wild. Well, I took what he said and I kind of applied it in my own way. The pillow thing didn't really work, but focusing on my breathing did. Took myself out of my brain, and I was like, you know, I can't stop thinking. I'm always thinking. I'm a compulsive thinker. All day, every day, I'm always thinking. So when I go to sleep, I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I forgot to tell my fruit I loved it. Fruit, I love you. Even though I've torn you like halfway open, I just want to let you know that I do love you and I appreciate you and your nutrients that you hold. And together we will be one. We'll be a happy individual. Because your fruit juices are going to get me going, buddy. All this vitamin C and goodness in here. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I love you, fruit. See that? Now I'm going to eat this fruit, and fruit's going to be like, he loves me. Well, yeah, I think this one might not have been so right. That's okay. We're going to eat it anyway. So, eliminate that mind chatter with, you know, and it can work different for anybody. I mean, anybody. It's like, yeah, you just what works for you. Like I said, you know, my breathing works for me. It's almost like I meditate myself to sleep. I give it that, you know, that real slow, they call it, I guess, dragon's breath, 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. And if you are going to start from your mind, even though you're Everything begins with the heart, I do believe. Something like that. It's going to be easier if you focus on something simple, something constant, like breathing. I mean, that's what works for me. You know, so like I said, whatever works for you. When I go to sleep, I lay down and I turn a box fan on. I mean, the droning noise of that fan just puts my ass right the fuck out, usually. You know, when I'm usually, and this is something that used to really do well for me, but it's just changed a lot lately, and I can't fathom why. Probably all the fucking shit they're spraying on our air, and that's why all this shit's happening to us, all these chemtrails, as they call it. It's nasty shit. GMO food we've been packing ourselves full of for the past fucking 20 some odd years. You know? Delicious. So, think about it. You know, what's going to work for you? What'll get your mind off that? You got to get out of your mind into your heart. That's how you do it. It's a serious, serious problem, guys. I don't know. I really don't know what else to tell you about it, but from my personal experiences, that's what helps me. Just laying down, concentrating on my breathing, staying conscious of, you know, any interference is what I call it. Your mind chatter, I call it interference. I call it mind chatter, I call it interference, compulsive thinking. It's all the same thing. So I was watching, and I don't know right off the bat what his channel's name is. I do know it's like Rich. It's like Rich 250X or something like that. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely been listening to him for quite some time, and he just doesn't hold back. I mean, this guy's really good. He talks about all kinds of stuff. I just watched a video on him talking about suicidal tendencies and suicidal thoughts. Not that I have that problem anymore. Yes, I did. I used to have that problem. I sure did. I'm not afraid to admit it. That's the first step in overcoming your problem, is admitting it. So, watching this guy and listening to him, he's very inspirational, very motivational. The dude's got a lot of great energy coming from him, and he is, you know, with his admittance of being drowned in that negative energy. How you doing this morning, dear?
How you doing?
Phenomenal. Pardon that, guys. I just had to cover the camera up. We got just got a coworker here. You just got to be courteous like that. They don't know that they're going to be on the camera, so just cover it up. They don't, you know, they don't want to be on your live stream. Unless they pull up a tray next to you and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing, man? What are you talking about? Who are you talking to?" I'm talking to the beautiful people of the beautiful world. That's what I'm doing. So, like I said, focus on that shit, man. You, actually, you know what? With you guys live here, I'm going to ask this coworker right now. I got a question for you, dear.
I'm listening.
Okay. It's going to sound kind of strange, but when you get ready to go to sleep and you lay down, do you ever have trouble just like turning your brain off, like constantly thinking? She's laughing over here.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, I be thinking about the next thing, especially when I come in.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a little stressful, huh?
Yeah.
You know, every person I've asked that, I've gotten the same response. Now, I've got one more question. I've got one more question to follow up with that. Take yourself back, say, maybe 20 years or so. Do you remember having that problem?
No.
Yeah, she said the same thing as everybody. No, she doesn't remember having that problem. You see, guys, it's not just you. It's everybody. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That helps us a lot.
All right. Dang. They got this coffee tasting like water. Jesus.
Probably run the...
But he tried, Lord Jesus, I just can't do it.
What was that, Greg?
Yeah, he used, I guess, one pack. That coffee is too weak.
And you gotta have that strong cup of Joe.
Yeah, I need them strong. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get up.
Exactly.
I I made you some coffee. Okay.
Well, there you guys go. I don't know if you heard it, but I told you straight up. Same exact responses. And I told you where these things are coming from. You just pay attention, understand it, be conscious of it. So, I'll tell you once more. Focus on your heart. Live in your heart. Get out of your brain. Because that is the problem right now. All these people out here they're undergoing the same thing. You know, you're not alone. None of us are alone here. We're all the same. We're all human. We all bleed the same fucking blood. Black, white, Mexican, Asian. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. It shouldn't matter. And if you got a problem with it, if you think it matters, you get the fuck off my channel. You're not supposed to be here. You got problems with it? Move on. All right? Well, I love you anyway. Keep your hate to yourself, though. So, there you go. Glad to have you with me. I'm gonna be talking about some crazy shit next video. We're gonna jump into destroying negative energies, suicidal thoughts, egotistical minds. We're gonna dive into this kind of shit because we don't hear enough about it. People bottle this kind of stuff up too much. Pay attention to who you are. Live from the heart. Don't give in to temptation. When you wake up, you think about jumping on Facebook, think twice about that. When you wake up thinking about going to Starbucks, think twice about that. You're on the road, you want to pull over into that fucking McDonald's, think twice about that. Why do you have a bunch of groceries in your fucking house? Pack yourself a goddamn lunch. You know, this is the way society is being formed. I showed you. Look at the newsstands. You look at these fucking magazines and all this shit on there, and it's all it is bullshit. It's poison. You look at your Facebook, it's the same fucking thing. You see Trump's big-ass ugly mug on there talking about starting the Third World War. Fuck that dude and his war. The dude's a douchebag, and so is everybody else in Congress. They're all fucking assholes, and they know it. And goddamn, I hope you guys see this shit, because you're all a bunch of fucking assholes. I love you assholes. I hope you get your fucking head out of your ass and, you know, see what the fuck you're doing. But that's for you to decide. So thank you. Thank you for viewing me. Well, you want to see more? Click on the subscribe button. I'm uploading this shit every fucking day, all the time. It's always up there. You see Joe anytime you want. Pop on over. Love y'all. Take care now. Peace.